Hi, everybody. This is Annette Thomas from thomasapublishing.com, founder of thomasapublishing.com. Gosh, wow. And as well as Annette Thomas Enterprise. I am really, this is one of my, I said I was going to close out this is 2015, right? I was going to close out 2015 doing a couple of videos, so I made that kind of thing. I said I got to do some videos, I was tired of watching, not tired, but I was looking at other people, so I need to, do my own video thing and get it started and do it. And, but I don't think I could close out 2016 by simply just doing a video. Or just doing a video that talks about my products and my services and things like that. I think I have to do a video that talks about how it even got there in the first place. And I think that's where the dream comes in. And the effort, the work, the everything. I mean, most people think doing this and arriving at your destination and things that you want to do in life, and most people might look online and say, wow, those people are making lots and lots of money, and they're with very little effort. And I'm here to tell you, it's not very little effort. It's a whole lot of work. I think that if you are somebody who has a lot of desires and things like that, and you think that you want to do something like this, be ready to work hard. Be ready to be the kind of person that has to be willing to go all the way and do whatever it takes for however long it takes, because it's not easy. I started out a couple of years ago. As a matter of fact, if I were really to kind of go back a little bit, I started out actually learning from a lot of people. I learned from some of the best people that were in internet marketing, that were entrepreneurs and things like that. So I learned from a lot of them. But before I even got started with that, I did a lot of different types of marketing online. And it was a matter of time that I said, okay, I learned from other people, I get influenced by other people, and then I say, there was a time that said to me, okay, now is the time you got to do it. But I will tell you a little bit, it's never one thing that leads to the next thing. It's many things that lead to the next steps. Entrepreneurship is really when you become anything in life, any endeavor that you want to do, you will find that you had to start somewhere. And it started with me, other than being an entrepreneur, other than doing the things that I'm doing today. It started simply with personal experiences. And these personal experiences weren't always the best experiences. They were difficult experiences, but these were the experiences that made me who I am today. So that's why I learned and understood to appreciate the rough roads in life, because those are the things that help you prepare for the next things. And I had a lot of personal experiences, and they were very critical experiences. They were really, really life and death experiences, and they weren't easy to process. They weren't easy to go through. And if you, like me, have ever been through things like that, then you'll understand exactly where I'm coming from. It wasn't easy. And I say that being an entrepreneur now has prepared me for that, because I am, I think I'm pretty good at it now, and working with people and different things like that, and my life has really zoomed up and gone places. But there's been many things, but that personal experience where my husband, as a matter of fact, who almost I said, thank God for that fact that he didn't pass away, but almost. And that experience, I was prepared for that experience, but nothing is like when you go through an experience like that. And when you go through that experience, it's you don't know what you do, you don't know what you would do until you're actually in that experience, and it's not easy. And it taught me a lot about life. It taught me a lot about myself. It taught me to appreciate a lot of different things. It taught me that what you have, and I had so many things already in my life, that to appreciate those even more. And but I guess it really takes, for me, it took me to more of a leadership role. And so then I walked into looking at other people's stuff, looking at other people's businesses, and watching and observing, and then is actually what happened is I actually things were gravitating towards me. Leaders in their business, in their field, and this and that. And so being that helped me to draw that near to me. It's that the attraction thing that happened. And so from then on, it really kind of continued on to that. But it's that experience and many other experiences that I had, but a lot of things prepare you to get to where you're at. Sometimes we think, why did that happen? And if we would stop and learn and listen, that we could, perhaps appreciate an experience that we've been through and say, wow, I'm glad that I went through that experience, because if I didn't go through that, I would have never been able to do that. Because you never know how life is going to play itself out. So I learned to appreciate the bumps in life, the disappointments in life, or the things that don't go that you planned it, but then you look at things and somehow they just fall right into place like they're supposed to. So I've learned to appreciate the things that I thought may not have been the best thing, but actually turned out to be. So it's like taking that negative situation and kind of shifting that perspective. And once you shift that perspective in life, you're presented with a whole different view of how things are looking, and everything else that comes into your life and that that you have to deal with is just goes with that same type of pattern. So if I hadn't gone through that difficult experience in my life, and I would not have been able to have a perspective on life. And as I said, I learned a lot about myself, and I learned what I can handle, what I cannot handle. I understand that some things are beyond our control, and some things are definitely within our control. And those are things like that. That's why I appreciate where I'm at today. And being an internet entrepreneur, being a publisher, a self-made millionaire, writer, author. Take a look at some of my websites. I hope that you do at AnnetteThomasEnterprise.com. That's www.AnnetteThomasEnterprise.com, as well as ThomasAPublishing.com. That's www.ThomasAPublishing.com. And check those out. And that's the result of some experiences, man. That's not easy. That's never. You can look at a lot of people. When you look at people, some of you guys might say, wow, I look at that person, wow, they've accomplished that? How did they do that? It's easy. No, it's not. It's not easy. It takes so much to do. And those things that you see are just results of things that have already, that transpired behind the scene that you guys don't get to see, but that have happened. And that's why I say it's one thing to see the results of things, but this is the person behind the scenes. This is me talking, because that is the results of my work is global. There's so many things that I'm doing now, and I said I have to stop and take a little bit of time out and tell a little bit of my story, because I think that I know that I appreciate life. I appreciate my experiences, but it's when you don't, that can be the tragedy. And it's not easy. Life is never was going to be easy. But I think that the more that you grow, and the more that I've learned, and so many different things that you do, that you're able to kind of say, okay, well, if I can get through that, I can get through this. But the key factor is, guys, that you have to have learned something from it. And that's what keeps it going. That's what keeps you growing, and to better and greater things. But until you really realize that, hey, life is never going to be easy. It's never going to be perfect. It's not always sweet and rosy. We all have our experiences, but it's really about taking the time to stop, not only smelling the roses, but also, what can I learn from this experience? And these are all choices. It's all choices. You don't have to do these things. All these, the reason why I'm where I'm at in my life today is simply because of a choice. I decided. And every step along the way, I decided something along the way. So now, if I said, I started some of my online businesses that I did, as a matter of fact, they had some crazy names, And my husband, matter of fact, laughs at him. But hey, you got to try something somehow. I had two, matter of fact, quite a few of them. But I was kind of trying to get a feel for where I fit exactly. And I had, let's see, gift basket scoop was one of them. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you because you might want to go ahead and go out there and do it, and I can't have that. I'm just kidding, just kidding. Um, and another one was another gift one, but I lived it. I lived it. I enjoy. I like that industry, but it was only kind of a testament to my next steps. So I grew. I just kept growing, and that was one of the first ones that I did. And I did a business plan, everything like that, all those things that are involved in business, because everything is involved. You got to have a plan. And so I did all that, and then I look at where I'm at today. So that was a few years ago, and then I look at where I'm at today with my publishing company and the things that I'm doing on my Annette Thomas enterprise, my podcasting, my shows, things like that. So I started somewhere. So if I didn't start there, I wouldn't end up here. So it's kind of I take everyone's sharing it with you, and then I get to think about what I've done. It's kind of a dual thing. I'm kind of like, okay, I'm going back a little bit in my mind right now, but I'm also sharing it with you and taking steps backwards to kind of share with you guys how really the American dream is alive and well, and I love it. And if you it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, what background you come from, it doesn't really matter. It's if you have these ideas and you want something in your life bad enough, you'll be willing to do whatever it takes for it. And I've been so inspired by so many people. I'm influenced. I'm an influencer, and I influence other people as well. So there's a lot of that going around. So don't ever think that you can't do it. Don't ever think that it cannot be done, because simply put, it has been, always has been. That's why the world turns on entrepreneurship. You know, it's entrepreneurs. Are superheroes. We are, because the economy in this world evolves and revolves around what we do and what we provide, and it's something rewarding and very humbling at the same time to be that. And but I tell you, the rewards for it, you cannot imagine. I think right now I'm living a full life. I can't even say, being an entrepreneur, doing what you're meant and created to be doing what you love in life. There's no other reward in life but that. And when you're doing that, when you're living that, when you're feeling it, when you get to wake up every day and do it, there is no other reward in life but to be able to that's just the ultimate high. That's the ultimate high. So, I forgot to mention, check out my other website at my podcast show at thedigitalvibe.com. That's www.thedigitalvibe.com. And if you really want to be even more inspired, check that out. And but I hope hope this Merry Christmas, because this is being shot over the holiday time, and I'm looking forward to 2016. So I thought I'd do this before I leave out 2015 and look forward to 2016 and all those things. So I hope that you guys have a happy holidays, and from me to you, follow your dreams. See ya.